Hey guys, what's up? 412 Sports Cards here today, coming at you with another video. And today I'm going to be talking about blending your collecting and your investing. Why just be an investor or a collector when you can be both? Why you can have the joys of both and get the best of both worlds? I think there are upsides to both. I personally like to do both, and these are just some tips on how I kind of blend the two worlds together to make it the most fun and most profitable for me. So with the price of Legend cards soaring right now, I think there's a lot of pressure to be an investor, right? And to be out there absolutely maximizing every dollar of profit. People are out there flexing new pickups on IG, just kind of the culture right now. But personally, I think all those rising prices make it too much about money for me and for my taste personally. And I find myself worried about price fluctuations on cards I own day to day, and I don't really like that. So as someone who's first and foremost a collector and kind of came as an investor second, I wanted to separate myself from that kind of price hysteria as much as I could. So in this video, I'll touch on some strategies I've adopted to do that, blending my investing with my collecting that have made the hobby more enjoyable and also more profitable for me. We're going to go through that too with each point. So if you're interested in that, these can also just be used as pure investment tips. Tip number 1, hunting clean PSA 8s and PSA 9s. I'll showcase some of them. I'll show you a big boy right now. But personally, I've never been one to buy PSA 10s, right? From an investing standpoint, I've always avoided them because as an investor who has limited funds, right, I know the importance of diversification in my portfolio. And I make an active effort to diversify, and with only so much capital around, I have to be splitting it up between cards. And spending, for example, on a PSA 10 Bowman Chrome would clear out a ton of my bankroll. A ton of it would just be in LeBron Bowman Chromes, which is it's risky to have that much money in one specific item. I know you might say you have an expensive Hank Aaron back there, but I think I view that a little differently. But for cards that aren't as old as that, I definitely like to just settle for, cheaper options. And with 10s, but I think that's definitely brings value to you as the investor. And furthermore, I think there's opportunity for the growth in like these 9s to outpace 10s, right? With a lot of popular cards in the 10 getting out of reach, think LeBron Topps Chromes, I think there's going to be a focus on the PSA 9s and the PSA 8s. Specifically a quest to find nice copies. You look at this 9, right? And this is what satisfies me a lot as a collector. Look at the centering on this PSA 9. The edges are clean. This is, unless there's a scratch that I can't see, on any given day, this could be a 10 in my opinion. Look at how gorgeous it is. It's just really nice, especially those newer PSA slabs. I think 46 and up, particularly 50 million and up, I think provide great value for nice looking 8s and 9s. I would pay a premium for well-centered ones in slabs that are 46 million and up. I do pay a premium for them just because they tend to look so nice. So, I'll just show off some nice 8s and 9s I've got. This is another example of a 9 I bought. Look at how clean this is. This is a blue border card. You can see there's a little touch on these corners, right? But this is a condition-sensitive card in a 9. There's not every 10 is 100% perfect. There are plenty of 10s that have some imperfections. Look at this. Look at this 8 on this promo Jordan. Aside from this one print mark right there on his shirt, it was cheaply printed. Aside from that one print speck, this looks awfully good for an 8. It looks kind of like a 9. I graded this one myself, but you get the idea, right? This is a Luka Doncic Optic 8. So in the slab, which is how you guys are all storing them, by the way. You're buying slabbed cards, so you care about what it looks like in a slab, not at what it looks like if you were to somehow crack your slab and inspect the surface. This is well centered. It's just a nicely centered card, presents well in the PSA slab. I love buying those for 8s and 9s. They just seem awesome to me. So the analysis perks I have for you. All these cards are key investment vehicles, right, of the respective players. So we got Brady Upper Deck, a LeBron Bowman Chrome, a Luka Optic, and an MJ Nike promo. These are all key investment vehicles, right, for these players. So it gets you in on kind of that upside of those key investment cards for players shooting up, right? And that helps compensate with demand for the fact that they're a lower grade, and lets you get in on the excitement of those big cards rising in price. I already said before, I think those low grades can outpace the PSA 10s too, just as people get priced out. The collecting perks of this is I get to have more cool cards in my collection, right? If I owned, say, a 10 of this, it would cost, of this LeBron Bowman Chrome, it would cost like $5,000 more. I would have to clear out a ton to afford a 10 over a 9. And just having nice copies of 9s that look good to you, that present well in the slab, I think is huge. You get that eye appeal almost of a 10. I would argue that LeBron Bowman Chrome has the eye appeal of a 10. And you get that for the price of a 9, and you get to fill out your collection with more cards, and it's really fun. Making it about the specific card and its eye appeal, rather than just the PSA grade on the slab, I think it creates value. If you were to sell it down the road, someone might pay for that eye appeal, but it just creates so much fun as the collector, right? To enjoy those cards and know that you found a really nice looking copy at a bargain price, right? Because you got it for a significant discount off the 9 or off the 10. And it's almost like a PC feel to your investment pieces. But anyways, if you guys made it this far, drop a like, drop a sub. I really appreciate it. It takes a lot of time to put together some of these videos. I don't know if you can, I hope it shows, but if you don't mind just dropping a like, dropping a sub, it really makes me feel good after I put in all this work to put the content together for you guys. So point number two, is I'm going to talk about buying your favorite legends, but also cards that you personally like. So I'm a firm believer that the legend market is the place to be putting your money, right? I've said that time and time again. But that doesn't mean that it has to be an emotionless investment. For example, I only buy the legends that I personally enjoy. You'll notice that my collection has a ton of LeBron because he's my favorite, and some MJ because of the Last Dance documentary kind of inspired me to his greatness, and just the way he played and just the dominance that he had in his era. I wanted some of his cards. I really liked them. But you'll notice I don't have that much Kobe. I have some. I have a Topps Off at grading that I love, and I really love the look of that card, but Kobe just isn't my favorite player. LeBron's my favorite player, so I buy more of him. Obviously, I could have done quite well buying more Kobe. I also have very little Ken Griffey Jr. I just bought a Thunderclap that I love, but he's not my favorite player, so I just buy a couple cards that look really, really nice and I love, but I don't go crazy, right? And that's okay. And you don't have to buy every single legend, right? You buy the legends that you enjoy. This card right here, this MJ, is probably one of my favorite cards in my collection. It's just so cool. And I'm so much happier with this as my investment vehicle than a Kobe that might have gone up faster, or something like that. And this is kind of also strikes home the point that you don't just have to buy the market favorite, right? So for Michael Jordan, when I wanted to invest in him, I don't have to go buy the 1986 Fleer, which is a cool card, but I like this Nike promo so much better, especially after watching The Last Dance. I mean, with the Chicago skyline in the back, those Air Jordans on, and just that Jumpman pose. I mean, it's just such a cool, I know it's a promo too, but it's such a cool card, right? And I can invest in a card like this that I really like. It's a card that I can enjoy having in my collection, that I can look at all the time and think is cool, and I can still reap those benefits of being an investor in a pretty key card. Same goes with this Bowman Chrome. I like the condition-sensitive nature of it. I like the dark borders on the back. I think it makes it fun to find copies that are in good condition. I prefer that over the Topps Chrome, and I can be an investor in LeBron without having to buy a Topps Chrome, right? I can invest in this because this is what I want to invest in, because this is what I like. And I also have an Upper Deck LeBron star rookie on the way, and I can invest in that too, right? Like, I know it won't go up as fast as these Bowman Chromes or these Topps Chromes. And the Bowman Chromes continually don't go up as fast as the Topps Chromes, but I can still invest in it because it's a card that I like, and if LeBron goes up in price, I'm going to continue to reap those rewards. Number 3 kind of comes back to, I'll show off this Zion a little bit, came from a pack I ripped. Number 3 is just let yourself rip some packs, you guys. As a frugal person, the recent spikes in wax prices have kept me from ripping a lot of the time, and I've ripped less than I used to. That said, you should be budgeting some of your investment profits for ripping wax. It's a fun time to look forward to, and having packs is so fun. Like, I love doing it. I love sorting the cards. It's so much more fun to sort the cards that you pull rather than like a lot that you would buy on eBay. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. If you do, let me know in the comments, because I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but there's just something about pulling the cards yourself. And from an investment standpoint, right, ripping wax is a terrible idea, right? You're gonna lose money almost every time, and that's why I don't do it a lot. But there's a spin on it, right? What if you save your investment money that you're buying singles on for more seasoned guys, right? What if you spend your money on your LeBrons and your MJs and your Ken Griffey Juniors and all those guys? That's where you're putting all your investment money. And then you have this little bit set aside for ripping wax. Well, what if you just use that money as your way to speculate on young guys? Because if you rip enough, if you rip a little bit, you should accumulate a lot of rookies, right? And you should accumulate a bunch of guys from this draft class, and it lets you get them in your collection, and you can enjoy them, you can watch their games, you can see if their prices go up, and you can sell, and you're not devoting, your investment money to these speculative plays. It's kind of a more enjoyable way to prospect on investment players, if you will. So, like, I've got a bunch of stack. I got, like, a Taylor Horton Tucker in this Hoops Premium I was ripping, right? And, like, it lets me get excited about, like, the Horton Tucker, like, mania. Will he get better? Without feeling stupid for dropping money on an expensive Taylor Horton Tucker, because it's probably overpriced, right? It's just a fun way to do it. I got the Zion in a box. I usually don't buy Zion at all, but, hey, like, it's a fun way for me to prospect. Like, I got a cool Zion card in a pack I ripped. And I don't expect to get good cards in the packs I rip, but it's nice when you do, and it gives me kind of a vehicle to follow Zion, right? I think that ripping packs is an important step in helping you enjoy the hobby and helping you stay motivated for that more of that investor mindset too. I think there's a lot of value there. But anyways, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It shed some light on, how you can have fun as a collector while staying disciplined as an investor too. And if you have any other advice on how to do that, drop it in the comments. I think I would appreciate it, and all the viewers would appreciate reading those comments as well. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.